Hey there. Okay, I am working with my new computer on recording, so bear with me because I'm not quite sure how this is going to turn out. So tonight's homework, you were working on STAAR questions, and this is what you're going to be tested on next week on your benchmark. So let's take a look at this. Remember when I said that if you see a name that you don't know how to pronounce, just substitute it with your friend's name or your name. But ask sure is making a mobile that lists quadrilaterals, or A is making a mobile that lists quadrilaterals. Now, we did this in class, and so we said that this whole thing are all quadrilaterals, right? And we're going to look at here. So in quadrilaterals, there's trapezoids, and trapezoids are what? That's right. They have only one set of parallel lines. And remember, this is the abbreviation for parallel. Oops. I don't know why I got parallel. Okay, so that's the abbreviation for parallel lines. Next, then we have on this side, so nothing else follows through. And these quadrilaterals, I have something that's also a rectangle and a rhombus, and a square is like a rectangle and a rhombus. And what do we call this one right here? Well, does hexagon make any sense in our quadrilaterals? Nope, hexagon is not a quadrilateral because it's a four-sided shape. So a hexagon is not four-sided, it's a six-sided. So that doesn't work. A polygon, well, they're all polygons, so it won't go in here. These are all polygons, so that's not right. A triangle, nope, that's a three-sided shape. So that doesn't work because quadrilaterals, we're in the quadrilateral family, and that's a four-sided shape. So the only one that could be is a parallelogram, because a parallelogram is a shape with two sets, that's an S, of parallel lines. So the answer is C. Okay? All right, and make sure that you're labeling. Get in the habit. Just don't circle and say, oh, I got this, because then you're inviting. I don't want you to do that. Number 21, Mr. Nolan paid $36.95 for each adult shirt. So paid $36.95 for each adult shirt and $23.95 for each youth shirt. He bought 2 adults and 5 shirts. How much money did he spend on these shirts? Remember, you have to write down your facts. I need to see facts written down. So what do I know? Well, he paid $36.95 for how many shirts? For 2 adults. This is adult shirts. And then he spent $23 or paid $23.95 for youth shirts. And it's telling me Mr. Nolan bought 2 adults, so I'm going to put 2 adult and 5 youths. How much did he spend? Well, I'm going to take my $36.95, multiply that by 2, take my $23.95 and multiply it by 5. So I'm going to come over here and $36.95 times 2. Now look at this, and I've noticed that some people are forgetting. You need to circle the number of place values to the right of the decimal. Make a notation, move 2 place values to the left in my product. Today I saw some people in multiplication lining up your decimals. Don't do that. Remember, decimals move around in the product. Adding and subtracting, we move it straight down. So 2 times 5 equals 10. Regroup my 1. 9 times 2 is 18 plus 1 is 19. Regroup my 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Regroup my 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 equals 7. I'm going to move it 2 place values to the left. 1, 2. So we spent $73.90 on adult. So I'm going to put adult shirt. So I know what that represents. Okay, so this is the cost. This is number of shirts. Adult shirts. Okay, now I'm going to do the youths. $23.95. It's the cost. He bought 5 cost of youth shirts. And he bought 5 youth shirts. And I'm going to multiply that out. Again, I'm going to circle how many place values I need to move. And I'm going to put move to PV, place values left. All right, 5 times 5 equals 25. Very good. Regroup my 2. 5 times 9 is 45. 46, 47. Regroup my 2. 47. I'm going to regroup my 4. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 equals 19. Regroup my 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. And now I have moving 2, 1, 2. And it's $119.75. I need to add those youth shirts. I'm going to go ahead and just take this portion down here and use this to add. So $73.90. And then I'm going to put my largest number on top, $119.75. Now this is where I line up my decimals when I'm adding or subtracting. And I'm going to bring it right down into my sum. 5 plus 0 equals 5. I'm going to look at my answer choices. Do I have 5s in the tenths place? In the hundredths place. Yes, I do. 9 times 7 equals 16. I'm going to regroup. Well, I have 3 answers that have the 6 in the tenths place, so I can eliminate 1. And do you see how I'm going along and I'm using my answer choices to guide me in my addition to make sure I'm right? 9 plus 1 is 10. I like to group in tens. 10 plus 3 equals 13. All right, well, in the ones place, I have a 3. So it looks like I know where my answer is at, but I want to make sure. So I said it was 13. Regroup my 1, 7, 8, 9. Well, it looks like it's getting pretty good at that one. And bring down my 1. And there it is, $193.65 that he spent on a total of 5 shirts. Of 7 shirts, I apologize. So remember that I needed to rephrase my question, and I'm going to put Mr. Nolan, and I forgot to do that earlier, paid for all shirts. And so he paid $193.65 for. All right, let's look at the next one. The length of one edge of a cube. What do I know about a cube? Very good. And I'm going to put it right here. All sides are congruent. And what is another word for congruent? You better believe it. It means equal. So if it's 3 units, what is the volume of this cube in cubic units? Volume equals, for a cube, and I think I lined it up. Oh, there we go. So I'm coming over here to my chart, and I'm coming over to volume, a cube, V equals side times side times side. So I'm going to write that down. V equals side times side times side. I'm going to draw out my cube, make a square, and I'm going to make another square. Giving me the unit, so I know that the length, width, and height is going to be 3 units. So when I say to bring down V equals, I know that one side is 3 units, so 3, and I'm bringing this down, times 3 times 3. Remember order of operation. 3 times 3 equals 9 times 3, so the volume equals 27, and I'm measuring it in cubic units. Please don't forget to make your notes. Don't leave any of these questions blank. Please close that with your pencil, a highlighter, a color pencil, so that you know. All right. I still put the formulas here. You must put those formulas. All right, this next one. A student used this graphic organizer to classify different figures. All right, so we're classifying triangles. All of these are triangles. So we have an isosceles triangle. I'm going to circle SOS, which is side, opposite, side, okay, are equal. Which figures belong in the part of the organized labeled isosceles triangle? Okay, so we need to look. Side, opposite side. All right, so figures, looking at F, figure 2 and, so let's look at 2. Figure 2 and figure 5. Is this side opposite to this side equal to each other? Yes, this side and this side. All 3, this is telling me with 1 mark, remember this, that they're all congruent, right? But it also means that this side and this side are congruent. So that's a possibility, right? So I can put in 2. Look at this one right here. Is this side opposite this side congruent? Yes, they are. They're equal to each other. So I can put in figure 5. That looks like a possibility. Let's keep going. Look at figure 1. It says that this one, and look at this. They're all different sizes. What did we say? The type of triangle that has all different, it's called a scaling. Remember the scales? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, like a scale, they all have different notes. And a scaling, they all have different sizes. You can also think of it as no equal sides. So it has no equal sides. They're all different. So this can't be a possible answer because number 1 doesn't even work. So this makes it a scaling. Number 3, oops, we'll look at this here for figure 3. What kind of triangle does that make it? Absolutely right. This is a right scaling triangle. So this is also a scaling. So that can't work. But number 5, that's a possibility. So I'm going to put these check marks. So D is out. Figure 1, we know that that's not right because that's a scale. 3, we said that wasn't right because that's also a scaling. So that doesn't work. Figures 2, we said that was good. Figure 4, look at this. Side, opposite side are congruent, right? So this could work too. So we're looking at figure 4 and figure 5. So the best answer is J. Now look at the amount of work that I put into it. Does it match the amount of work you're putting into it? I went ahead and I looked at the definition of an isosceles triangle. Side opposite the sides are equal. And I had to look for 2 that are equal, 2 that are equal, and 2 that are equal opposite of each other. Okay? All right. And then I labeled what was my scaling. So this is a right scaling triangle and a right scaling as well. So that's no sides that are equal. All right, let's look at the next one. Dion ran 3 7/75 kilometers each day to prepare for a race. What was the number of kilometers that Dion ran during 28 days? All right, so I have 3 7/75 kilometers in each day, and then there's a total of 28 days. So what operation will I use? I'm going to use multiplication. What are my facts? Okay, no, Dion ran 3 75 kilometers each day. And I also know that he ran during 28 days or for 28 days. Okay. I'm having to look, how far did he run? So my question is, what was the number of kilometers that Dion ran? So Dion, looking at my subject, and there's my verb, Dion ran blank kilometers, and this is in kilometers, and I'm looking for the kilometers. So do I need to convert? No, because everything is still in kilometers. Dion ran blank kilometers during 28 days. So now I'm going to multiply 28. Oops. I'm going to look over here. How many decimal spots do I have? So I'm going to put 3 7/75 times 28. How many decimal spots do I have? I have 2, so I'm going to make a notation. Move 2 place values left. Ignore that that's there and go ahead and multiply that out. 8 times 5 equals 40. 8 times 7 equals 56, plus 4 is 60, so it's 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Regroup my 6. 8 times 3 is 24, and 24 plus 6 equals 30. I'm done with my 8s and putting my 0 here. 2 times 5 equals 10. Cross out my 4 and put my 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Cross out my 6 and regroup my 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 equals 7. I'm going to add these up. So I'm sorry, did I have that covered? 0, 0, 5, and 10. I said I needed to move 2 place values to the left. So I'm starting at the end. 1, 2. So how many kilometers did he run? He ran 105 kilometers. Now, you have to write your facts down. You have to rephrase your question to a fill in the blank and then show me your work. Okay, that's the only acceptable way. And we have 2 more. Mr. Fernandez packed 31 red apples and 42 green apples into a box for a customer. So he had green apples he puts into the box, and he has red apples he puts into the box. He packed 8 boxes like this. Mr. Fernandez used this equation to find X, the number of apples he packed in all the boxes. All right, I'm going to rewrite my equation here so that I can bring down my numbers right below my work. Remember, a lot of you had forgotten this. Remember that if you have an 8 next to the parentheses, that means to multiply. So I'm going through GEMDAS, grouping or PEMDAS, whichever way. So I have to go to my groupings first. And so first thing I have is my parentheses. So what is 31 plus 41? So 1 plus 1 equals 2. Oh, did y'all catch my mistake? This was add. I put multiply because I was thinking here. So this is addition. And I knew to add, but I put the wrong one. So this is addition. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So I have 72. We said that a parentheses and a number means to multiply. I'm going to multiply this right up here. 8 times 2 equals 16. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 1 equals 56, 57. So x equals 576. Now, what am I looking for? How many apples? So it's 576 apples. And the answer is A. All right, and here you're doing basic multiplication, a 3-digit times a 2-digit. That is your teak. So I have 137 times 56. Starting in my ones, if you're still getting confused, you can cover this up. 6 times 7 equals 42. Regroup my 4. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2. I'm done with my ones, and I'm placing a 0 in my ones place. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to hide my 6. So I know that 7 times 5 equals what? 35. 5 times 3 equals 15. Plus 3 equals 18. I'm moving it all over. One place value over. Cross this out. Carry group. 5 times 1 equals 5 plus 1 equals 6. I'm going to double check. That's 35, 15, 16, 17, 18, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'm going to add this up. That's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 8, 16. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So the answer is 7,672. If you're still having trouble, you know that you can take this number and regroup. This is the same 50 plus 6. So you can multiply 137 times, and I put my 0 out here because anything multiplied by 0 is 0. 5 times 7 equals 35. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 3 equals 18. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Now, does this match the same thing? Did I have 50 here? I can do it like that. Yes, you did. So this matches there. Next, I'm going to multiply my 137 times 6, and I should get this for my ones. 6 times 7 equals 42. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Regroup my 2. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 equals 8. Did I did. I add those up. 6,850 plus 822. I'm adding up my partial products. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Is this matching so far? 8 plus 8 equals 16. Regroup my 1. And 6 plus 1 equals 7. And there you go. There you have it for tonight's homework. These are all STAAR questions that you're practicing on. These are the kind of questions you're going to find next week. So please, at this time, start asking questions. Start asking, do you know what to do? And how do you do it? Write down your facts. Rephrase the question. Underline. Make sure that you're understanding everything that you're doing in that problem. All right, if you haven't, check with the teacher. See me in the morning. Don't forget that we have a field trip tomorrow, so we're off to Eisenhower. Y'all take care. See you tomorrow.